how they didn't have the experience, and that they leveraged the experience within the group. Early on, you had asked me, hey, when you started your business, did you start from an industry that you were already in?
Yes.
And the answer was yes, right? So I ended up starting my business with expertise that I had from working at ABN AMRO. Well, when I decided that I wanted to get into real estate, and I didn't want to do single family fix and flips, I wanted to do larger scale properties. My mentality was, hey, I want to find a way to learn from others. I want to leverage the experience of others. So there's got to be a way to do that. And so when I found this group, and I was just lucky that it was based here in Dallas, I actually happened to go, so I went to a meetup group. I first went to a meetup group, and it ended up being a bunch of residential. So that didn't work. But then I found another meetup group that was focused just on multifamily. And when I went into that meetup group, then there was probably only 20 or 30 people that showed up for this meetup group. It wasn't like it was a 200 person event. And but I met a couple there, and they were gracious enough to spend half hour, 45 minutes talking to me. And they were like, hey, Darin, we were in the same position as you. We were business owners. We were looking towards retirement, and I'm not looking towards retirement, but they were looking towards retirement, and they saying that, hey, our nest egg just wasn't what we thought it would be, and we wanted to grow our wealth, and we had heard that real estate was a way to go, but we didn't know how to do it. We joined this group 3 or 4 years ago, and then they went on to describe to me, we did our first deal, we made X amount of money. We did our second deal, we made X amount of money. We did our third deal, and I couldn't believe how open they were with me in terms of how much money they made, how they didn't have the experience, and that they leveraged the experience within the group. And I was like, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I ended up signing up the next week. And once I signed up, I looked, I was never on social media. Okay. So 2007, end of 2017, right? The end of 2017, I had not been on Facebook, was not on Instagram, nothing. And I joined this group, and they tell me, hey, you need to get on Facebook because we have this private Facebook group with all the members. So I do. And all of a sudden I see the value. I'm like, holy cow, I can look at all the members, and I can see the posts, and I can tell who are the passive investors and who are the actual lead sponsors, the ones that are putting these deals together. And so I started to, take notes on who all the syndicators were. And then I reached out to them through Facebook Messenger and asked them to meet with me at Starbucks. And so I set up over the next 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 5 or 6 different meetings with guys who had already done it.